Welcome to Noxium, where police power meets public accountability.
This episode is brought to you by Yardley Ski Auditing. Be sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he rightfully deserves. In this episode, Auditor Yardley Ski is filming a police station from a public pavement when a sergeant storms out of his car with blatant arrogance, aggressively demanding that Yardley stop recording. The situation quickly escalates as the sergeant attempts to seize his phone and begins making unfounded terrorism accusations simply because his vehicle's number plate was captured on camera. Yardley stands his ground, and what unfolds is a tense confrontation that lays bare the sergeant's ignorance.
I'm a police officer. My name's Sergeant Terry Burns. It's my badge. It's concerning me that you're filming me, sir. Can you answer any questions for me? Please allow my colleague to do her job. Please allow my colleague to do her job, sir. No. If you're interfering with a police officer in the lawful execution of their duty, I will remind you that that is an offence. Please.
Step out of my way.
I'm not in your way. I'm not in your way.
I'm walking.
You are
Do not touch me.
You're attempting to interfere.
Do not touch me and do
You are
not
attempting to
block
interfere
me.
with a
Okay?
police officer.
I'm looking at her thin blue line badge. I'm looking at her thin blue line badge. She shouldn't be wearing it. Tell her to take it off.
I'm not
Tell her to
instructing the
take it
officer
off.
to do that,
Well,
sir.
I will. Take off your badge.
The officer,
Take off your thin blue line badge. It's banned.
Is in lawful execution of her
Don't talk to me.
duty.
Don't talk
Please,
to me. I
sir.
don't want to talk to you.
That is fine.
Okay,
That's
so go
fine,
away
sir.
now.
I'm
Go away now.
instructing
Go.
you.
No, you're not instructing me
I'm
anything.
instructing you.
Don't instruct
that
me
if
nothing.
you interfere
I'm not talking
with
to
my
her.
colleague
I'm not
in the
talking
lawful
to her.
execution of her
Have you heard
duties-
me talk to her?
The sergeant levels an unfounded accusation, claiming that the auditor is interfering with a female officer carrying out her duties. However, the footage clearly tells a different story. The auditor remains focused on the sergeant himself, with no engagement or distraction directed toward the officer in question. This type of misrepresentation is a familiar tactic, often used to justify an unnecessary confrontation. When officers begin distorting events in real time in an attempt to criminalize an individual who is peacefully recording, it raises serious concerns, not only about inadequate training, but also about a deeper disregard for public accountability. What makes the situation even more troubling is that this is not a junior officer, it is a sergeant, someone expected to lead by example. Instead, he attempts to criminalize lawful conduct, escalate an otherwise calm encounter, and assert authority without any legitimate justification.
Have you heard me talk to her? Have you heard me talk to her? Have you heard me talk to her?
Yes, I have, sir.
When? When have I? Don't lie. You're on camera.
It's on your phone,
You're
sir.
right.
You've
And
been
I.
talking to my colleague,
No,
sir.
I've been talking.
Yes,
I
you
said
have,
you
sir.
tell
You've
her to
asked
take
me.
off the badge.
You've asked
I
me
asked
when.
you. Tell her to take that badge off. It's against the Met uniform. You shouldn't be wearing it.
Can we ask what you're doing here, though?
Yeah, I'm looking at you taking off.
that's
I
fine.
want you to take that badge off.
got emergency
So that's what
contact,
you know.
mate. You've got
What?
someone
So
waiting
that's
for
what
us,
you know.
like,
What I'm doing. Okay. I'm looking at you and
Any
telling you
reason
to
why you're
take that
filming
badge
people
off
coming in and out in their personal
because
cars?
you are wearing that badge. And I want you to take it off. It's a disgrace.
Well, no, I'm trying
It's a
to do my
deface
job,
to union
and I've got
flag.
people
Well,
that
get
are
in the
waiting
van
for
and
me.
do your
I
job
can't, while
then.
you're filming people
I can
coming
do
down
what I
a secure
want.
police building.
I can do what I
That's a
want.
bit
I
of
can
a
film the building.
It's a bit of concern for us, though, isn't it?
Why?
Secure police
Why?
building, you're
Tell me
filming
why.
it.
Tell me why.
It's a security risk,
Why?
isn't it?
Why?
A police building with people going in and out.
Until
of their
we know.
cars and
Am
stuff
I on a
like that.
public pavement?
Pardon?
Am I on a public pavement?
private building.
Am I in a public pavement? Yes, you said, yeah? I'm in a public
dispute.
space.
But let me
So
remind
therefore,
you-
don't come up to me.
remind
Don't
you-
walk to me.
Listen,
Do
let me
not.
remind you
And I'm not
something.
listening to you. Do not
You're on
walk
the
to me.
public pavement
I'm on the
and
public
you're
pavement
also
filming a building.
obstructing the
No, I'm not.
public
You're
pavement.
obstructing it. Get your car out of the way.
When the officer attempts to label the auditor a security risk simply for filming officers entering and exiting the station, it is already a clear indication that reason has left the conversation. The auditor, remaining composed and unfazed, delivers the perfect response, calmly reminding them that he is standing on a public pavement where he has every legal right to record. However, the most astonishing moment comes from the sergeant, who interjects with an entirely absurd and deeply ironic remark, "You're on a pavement, but you're obstructing." Obstructing what, exactly? The air. The pavement. Because the only genuine obstruction visible is the sergeant's own police vehicle, awkwardly positioned in the road with its door left wide open, partially blocking the carriageway. It would be almost comical if it were not so concerning.
Get your car
You're
out of the way.
obstructing
You
the
keep on
public
coming so
pavement.
close, don't
I
you?
will come
You're
close to you.
intimidating me.
I'm not
You
intimidating
are.
you, sir.
Section 5.
Oh,
yeah,
Section
you're causing
5
me
of what, sir?
alarm, harassment and distress, okay?
You're
I don't
lying,
care.
mate. You
I
pose a
do not
security
care. I'm
risk,
telling you what I'm
okay?
doing. Tell her to take that badge off. Go on, tell her to take the badge off. The badge is defaced union flag. It shouldn't be on your uniform.
we may seize that phone.
Oh,
under
you
the
won't.
Police and Criminal Evidence
No, you
Act.
won't. No, you won't.
If I think
you won't touch
that
my
there's
phone.
evidence on your phone,
There's no
sir,
evidence on my
I'm gonna
phone for
take
you.
your phone.
No, you won't. You won't.
I will
If you
take
touch
it.
me or my phone,
Listen to
no,
me.
I'm not listening
I
to you.
need
I
to
keep
get
on
close
telling
to you,
you.
sir, so you
No, you
understand
don't need to
me,
get
sir.
close to me.
If there's
Step
evidence on your
away
phone,
and
I'm
stop
gonna
pointing
take
your
your
finger.
phone, okay?
No, you won't.
This is not
No,
difficult,
you won't.
sir.
All
It's
right,
not
all right then.
difficult.
Well, I'll tell you won't take my phone.
You're telling me what, sir?
You won't take my phone.
If I feel there's evidence
Oh, what evidence?
on your phone,
As what
sir,
evidence to do
I
what?
will take
Of what
it
crime?
under the Police
Of
and
what
Criminal
crime?
Evidence Act,
What's
sir.
crime?
It's as simple
It's
as
not. Police and Criminal Act does not allow you to take my phone. You need to articulate a
It does,
crime.
sir. It does, sir.
What's the crime?
The sergeant asserts that he has the authority to seize the auditor's phone under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. However, when asked to identify the specific offense that would justify such a seizure, he is unable to provide any answer. Under PACE, officers may only seize items if they reasonably believe those items contain evidence relating to a particular crime. Crucially, there must first be reasonable grounds to suspect that a criminal offense has actually taken place. Simply filming in a public space, even if it captures police vehicles or personnel, does not meet that threshold. This is not merely a misunderstanding of the law, it represents a clear misuse of authority. The sergeant invokes legal terminology such as PACE in an apparent attempt to intimidate, hoping the auditor will back down and comply. Yet when challenged to specify the alleged offense under investigation, there is nothing. No theft, no assault, no harassment, only a camera and an individual exercising his lawful rights. If an officer cannot identify a criminal offense, they have no legal basis to begin searching through personal property.
If I believe,
What's the crime?
Well, you have indicated.
Yeah, go on.
You're alleging that an officer is wearing something they shouldn't, sir.
She is.
Oh, evidence then, sir.
Evidence from me.
Yes.
Yes,
and I will take
me.
the evidence from
Why?
you.
Why? Why?
Under the
What
Police and
crime is
Criminal
it?
Evidence Act.
What crime am I doing? Is it a crime to identify a defaced Union flag for police?
If you're saying
What do you
there is
want?
evidence
What do you
about
want?
your phone, then we can seize that, can't we, as evidence?
Film yourself.
Pardon?
Film
I
yourself.
don't need to film myself.
Oh, are you filming me?
Pardon?
Are you filming me?
Yeah.
Have you told me?
You haven't told me you're filming me.
Have you told me?
No.
It's within your policy to state at the first
Policy is
practical,
not law that I
at
tell
the
you that.
first practical opportunity to let me know that you are filming me. Okay? And you haven't even done that, have you? You haven't even gone by your policies. That means you're a tyrant.
It's policy though, it's not
You're a
it's not
tyrant.
to do that, is it?
Of course it is. Are you mad? You're supposed to be telling people that you're filming them. You know GDPR? State of protection.
When the auditor reminds the officer that, if she is recording, she is required to inform him in accordance with established police policy, she responds with the ludicrous claim, "It's policy, not law." That is not merely absurd. It reflects a dangerous line of reasoning for someone entrusted with enforcing rules and maintaining public confidence. The distinction she attempts to draw serves as little more than a deflection. While it is true that policy is not the same as statute, it remains binding within professional standards. Officers are expected to adhere to policy because it governs how they conduct themselves in public, and any failure to do so erodes transparency. More concerning still, in this context, the policy exists to help ensure compliance with the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. Recording an individual without notifying them, particularly as a state actor collecting personal data, comes dangerously close to breaching data protection obligations.
Step on your way. Move your car. It's obstructing.
You're currently obstructing the public highway.
No, I'm not.
sir.
I'm walking up and down. So I'm not currently doing anything. You're currently obstructing the public highway. Yeah? You're just trying to you're trying to lie. I think that's called manifest. Yeah, in public office. Yeah, I think so.
Called, sir?
Don't worry about what it's called. Tell me what PACE is. Tell me what crime I'm committing.
Sir, please stop filming me,
Muppet.
sir. Please stop filming.
I will keep on filming you. I'm allowed to film.
He's filming the building, he's filming...
My body one camera's on.
Officers,
Thank you for telling me your body worn cams. Thank you for upholding your policy.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
You're right, sorry.
I don't know what's actually happening.
So he's filming... Speak to my colleague.
You can talk as much as you like. It's a public place. Make privacy if you want to. Go on then.
He's filming personal cars coming out.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. I wasn't doing that.
Colleagues coming in and out in their personal
No,
cars.
he's not coming in and out in his personal car. He was going in and I was filming. I didn't go to him and I didn't film his car.
The officer falsely informs her colleague that the auditor had been filming the sergeant entering and exiting his vehicle, when in reality the sergeant had only just arrived. The facts tell a different story. The sergeant stopped of his own accord, stepped out of the car, and escalated the situation. The auditor was recording from a public space, entirely within his legal rights, and it was the sergeant who chose to involve himself. What makes this more concerning is how that false claim shifts the narrative. By suggesting that the auditor was deliberately targeting the sergeant's movements, the officer creates a misleading impression of suspicious intent, despite clear footage demonstrating otherwise. It amounts to a deliberate mischaracterization of events, seemingly designed to justify further police action, and the auditor is fully entitled to challenge it immediately.
So stop lying. Off you go. Dismissed. Walk of shame. Off you go. I'm not being rude. I'm telling him. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
When you're telling
no, I'm
someone
not.
off you go.
Off you go. Dismissed.
Excuse me, officer.
Rude is not a crime.
Say, if this gentleman has any footage on his phone of my car's registration number, okay, I fear under the Terrorism Act, unless we prove otherwise, that I'm in danger.
Yeah.
And I want this gentleman to understand that if I feel I'm in danger, he's refused to provide any details of what he's doing here. Okay. If I feel that you're trying to identify me personally, sir.
Did you drive up? Did you drive up? Did I come to you? Did I ask you anything? Did I ask you anything? You stopped your car and you said to me, what am I doing? Who am I? So get in your car and go away. Stop trying to incriminate people and abuse their rules and laws.
In front of his colleagues, the sergeant begins rambling about fearing for his safety under the Terrorism Act simply because the auditor may have captured his car registration on camera. There is no special protection afforded to registration plates that are visible from public spaces, and there is certainly no legal precedent suggesting that filming them constitutes terrorism-related activity. More importantly, this sergeant is not just mistaken, he is dangerously wrong. He invokes the Terrorism Act not because of any credible threat, but because he feels uncomfortable being recorded. That is not the purpose of the legislation. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act permits officers to stop and search only where they have reasonable suspicion that an individual is involved in terrorist activity. Feeling at risk due to a visible number plate on a public road does not come close to meeting that legal threshold.
What's the purpose of your visit today here, sir?
She's wearing a defaced union flag and she should take it off. That's what she should be doing. You should be telling her to take off, or he, she, them, however she wants to be represented, that she shouldn't be wearing a defaced union flag on her uniform. That muppet, whoever he is, no, I can call him a muppet.
Why?
Because I can.
No one's calling you.
It's not a swear word, is it? Is muppet a swear word? Is muppet a swear word? Is muppet a swear word? I'm asking you. No. So I can call him a muppet, can't I?
What's the purpose of your
Yeah?
visit
Can I
today?
call him a muppet? Can I call him a muppet? Is it a swear word? Don't be civil, I'm not your mate. Okay? If you want to be civil, go inside, leave me alone, because I'm doing nothing wrong. Okay? Off your pop.
What is the purpose of your visit?
The encounter finally comes to a close as the sergeant, seemingly realizing he has cornered himself with contradictions and inconsistencies, quietly drives away, his earlier bluster replaced with an awkward retreat. But what has just unfolded should not be overlooked. A sergeant, a senior-ranking officer responsible for setting standards and leading others, delivered one of the most unprofessional displays of conduct seen in recent times. From the moment he stepped out of his vehicle, he initiated confrontation. No pause to assess the situation, no effort to understand what was actually happening, only immediate aggression. He accused the auditor of interference, obstruction, and posing a threat, all while the auditor stood on a public pavement filming a police station, an act that is entirely lawful. When challenged, the sergeant escalated further, threatening to seize the auditor's phone under pace without identifying any underlying offense. Then came the most absurd justification of all, suggesting that if his vehicle registration had been captured on camera, it could represent a terrorism-related concern, and that the auditor might be attempting to identify him personally. In reality, if privacy was such a concern, aggressively confronting an individual holding a camera in a public place was hardly the appropriate response. The sergeant's conduct did not stop there. He involved nearby officers, presenting himself as the victim while implying the auditor had malicious intent. Yet a single calm question from the auditor cut through the entire narrative. Did you not drive up to me? Did you not approach me? A simple statement that exposed the weakness in the argument and collapsed the justification being presented. That moment highlighted everything: the fragility of the reasoning being used and the importance of a well-informed public holding authority to account. The female officer's contribution did little to improve matters. Her claim that it's policy, not law, particularly in relation to recording, reflects a misunderstanding of professional expectations. While policy is not statute, it is still central to operational standards, transparency, and public trust. Officers are expected to follow it precisely for those reasons. Her dismissive attitude toward that principle, combined with the inaccurate account given to colleagues suggesting the auditor had been filming the sergeant entering and exiting his vehicle before he had even arrived, raises serious concerns about narrative accuracy and judgment in the moment. What was witnessed here was not simply poor behavior. It was a breakdown in leadership, communication, and professional judgment. These officers were not under significant pressure, nor were they facing any immediate threat. They had every opportunity to handle the situation calmly and proportionately. A measured approach would have quickly shown there was no wrongdoing taking place. Instead, ego, assumption, and a lack of clarity around public rights dominated the interaction. And that is where the real issue lies. When officers, particularly those in supervisory roles, treat lawful activity as suspicion simply because it is being recorded, it undermines public confidence and weakens the standard they are meant to uphold. Ultimately, officers are meant to set the benchmark for professionalism, not fall below it. And until internal accountability is consistently applied, public scrutiny will continue to fill that gap. Camera in hand, knowledge intact. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps support independent coverage. Also, be sure to check out Yardley Ski Auditing. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some support. Thanks for watching.